Well, hi everybody. This is Tanya from PNW from Scratch, and today we are making some summer carrot hot process all natural soap. So let me go ahead and get my glove back on here. And so that's PNW from Scratch, as in Pacific Northwest. You can find us on Etsy. You can also find us on Facebook, and we have a blog that we sort of keep going, but we're more active on Facebook and all the good stuff on Etsy. So I've been planning this summer carrot soap. We're going to do it with a little bit of citrus and mint scent. I think it goes really nice with the carrot. And so here's our lye solution. This is carrots, organically grown carrots from the garden that I pureed and then froze into ice cubes. And then we took the ice cubes and used those along with the measure of water to make our complete water part. So we're doing a 5-pound batch, so we're doing 30 ounces of water. And we do mix the carrot puree with the lye when the carrots are frozen, and that kind of preserves some of the color, otherwise it would get really brown. And so since our oils here are completely melted and mixed together, it is time to go ahead and combine our water solution with our lye solution. So let's go ahead and do that and get that started. So make sure and get this all down on the sides. Very carefully. No splashing, no spilling. This is the scary part of soap making. So I thought I'd do a video just to people really liked the video on how we make our Hood Canal saltwater, cedar, and kelp soap. So I thought I'd do another one to share this batch. So this is going to be a limited edition soap. I do my batches in a 5-pound batch, and I get about 23 bars plus some samples from that. Carrots are just loaded full of vitamins. This is carrot soap is really good for your skin. Should make a nice acne soap. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start blending. Let's see if we can get this to trace. I'm loving the color already. This is going to be really nice. So our last batch of soap, the Hood Canal Saltwater and Kelp, we did for a celebration for our local Traveler Days festival. This is sort of just a celebration for summer. Yesterday was the summer solstice, so great time for a summer soap. And this one's definitely going to be very summery. just going to keep blending until we see a trace of the soap along the top. That's why they call it trace. It's basically the point where the oils and the lye come together and they start to solidify. This one's going to take a little bit longer than the saltwater soap to come to trace. This has just got plain, well, we used rainwater here, so it's just got plain water, but it doesn't have the mineral content of the saltwater soap, and so it just takes a little bit longer. So basically using the mixer just speeds up the process, but you can see how much you have to use it, which is why I love this Cuisinart. I pretty much killed my first stick blender in just a matter of a couple weeks. If you do a lot of soap, this Cuisinart is definitely worth the investment. Oh yeah, it's starting to thicken. There, we're getting there. So this blend, the soap, is made with a combination of organic olive oil, organic coconut oil, we've got avocado oil in there, we've got a sustainably harvested palm kernel oil, we've got grapeseed oil, rice bran oil, a little bit of castor oil to make it nice and sudsy, and then some cocoa butter, because who doesn't love cocoa butter? I think that we're getting there. I'm going to go ahead and blend it for just another minute though. That's a nice consistency. Looks like a carrot soup, but yeah, you don't want to eat that. Yeah, we're going to call that good. So I don't know if you can see that, but you can hold a little bit of the shape in the top of the soap when you pull the blender out. So we're going to go ahead and get all this stuff off of here. So I got started making soap kind of out of necessity. I used to have just really super itchy skin. I would always be fidgety, itching and scratching, and never be able to sit still. And so then a friend had mentioned to me, invited me actually to a class about how to make all natural, well, how to make handmade soap. The lady we learned from wasn't into the all natural thing so much, but we learned the process of doing the hot process and how to combine the lye and that. And the recipes that I've developed are all natural, 100% synthetic free, no parabens. Nothing in there that's going to harm you. And I no longer have itchy skin, and it's absolutely amazing. I love it. Oh yeah, it almost looks like a custard at this point. So now this is where we're going to go ahead and cover it with plastic wrap. We're going to do that to not let the moisture escape. Let it sit and cook. I'm going to set the timer for approximately an hour, but I'm going to keep an eye on it, and then I'll be with you guys and we'll check back. Alright, so it has been about 35 minutes, and I can see through the plastic here that we're pretty much cooked all the way through. So, let's see. Should have given you guys a sneak peek when it was in the solid form, but it actually went faster than I expected it to. Oh, there you can see a little bit of the solid in there still. So it's not completely done cooking just yet. We're going to give it a stir. Oh, I love the color. Alright. So basically what's happening here is with cold process, you stop at the trace, at the point of trace. And at that point you can add any additives or scents, colorants and whatnot, and then you can pour it into your molds. But then it takes, I think it's like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. I'm not a cold process soap maker, but you have to let it sit and cure, because you're letting time do the saponification process. But with hot process, what you're doing is you're speeding up the process by using heat. And so, the lady that taught me, she said heat or time. And with cold process, you're doing time. With hot process, you're doing heat. We want this to cook all the way through. That last bit needs to go through this gel type phase. That's not going to take very long at all. So, a good stir. I'm going to get all the stuff down from the sides so it doesn't overcook on the side. Alright. Cover it back up here for a minute. I'm going to start getting my mold lined and ready to go. Alright, so I already stirred it up there a little bit. I think that we are pretty much done. You're looking for that nice even consistency. That sort of Vaseline look. That's your indicator that you're done. Yep. That's nice. So now we're just going to turn off the heat. Let's go ahead and get this. Removed from the crock pot. There we go. Now we're going to let it start cooling. It should be probably around 200, a little over 200 degrees. 206. I love these instant read thermometers for this. So now it's going to solidify as it cools, so we want to keep the sides stirred down really good, and then we're going to wait for it to get down to about 160, and then we can add our scent, which I will get measured up here. It's just now been 45 minutes, so that was actually a pretty quick cook on that batch. We'll be back momentarily. Okay, so we're getting there for temperature. If you were using a synthetic fragrance, this wouldn't matter. Letting the temperature come down, it would actually allow you to pour a lot sooner. But keeping things all natural and using essential oils, you want to make sure that you get the temperature down to where the essential oils aren't just going to vaporize as soon as they hit the hot soap. So right now we're about 175, but this ends up going pretty quick once it gets down there, so we'll keep a close eye on it. And then we can stir in our essential oils really good, make sure they're well distributed, and then pour them in a mold. We got the mold ready to go over here. Essential oils all pre-measured. We're doing lemongrass and peppermint on this one. I wanted a citrusy mint kind of scent. So for the citrus part, I'm using lemongrass, and the reason for that is because the citrus just doesn't stick around in the soap. Citrus is one of those that just dissipates really fast, pretty much all the citruses. So soap makers will typically use like a Litsea cubeba, I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but or lemongrass, and I know lemongrass is popular. It can be a little bit drying for the skin, the lemongrass can be, but I'm using such a small proportion in the blend that I don't think it's going to matter. I definitely wouldn't want to do like a full lemongrass soap though. Smells nice. $176. It's got a nice consistency to it. It's going to take a little bit more time, so I will put you guys on hold and then we'll come back. I'm going to go ahead and cover it though, just to prevent extra moisture from leaving the soap. I want to keep that moisture in there for now. Alright. Okay. So this doesn't seem to be cooling down very fast. This part always seems like it takes the longest. But we really want those oils to stick around in there. So let's give it a good stir and then we'll check the temperature. We're getting there, 163, so yep. Alright, now it's time to add the scents. The thing I love about doing aromatherapy soaps is you get the double whammy of the essential oils for aromatherapy while you're using your soap. So it should be a very uplifting, cooling, even down to 155, so that's even better. Let's go ahead and get it all in there. I'm gonna use a scraper to make sure we get every last drop. Oh, that smells nice. Doesn't smell like carrots, but I don't think we want a carrot scented soap. I thought I would accentuate the carrot theme with a little bit of citrus and mint. I love to flavor my carrots with citrus, and mint goes nice with everything. I just love a mint-based soap. Those seem to be very popular. Alright, so it's time to pour this into the mold. This tends to be a very heavy between the crock and 5 pounds of soap, and so I like to use that too. Something to prop it up a little bit. See what we're doing here. Slowly get it in there. I think this is going to come out to a really nice color when we cut it tomorrow. Smells amazing. Work on getting it even across this 5-pound mold. So at this point, the soap is completely cooked. There is no lye left in the soap, so it's perfectly safe. It'll sit overnight and harden, and then you've got ready to use soap. It's one of the things I love about doing hot process is it makes cleanup really easy, because you basically just fill this crock with warm water and you've got nice sudsy soap. Wash it off in the soap that you made. I do soap out in the garage. I used to do it in the house, but I found that the lye fumes would give me quite a bit of a headache, so you're hearing the neighborhood dogs. Okay, we're going to get that off in there. Never want to shake it this way. I only shake it the long way, otherwise you don't get straight sides. Get a bit of a design going in here. It hardens pretty quick at this point. I want to get a bit of a swirl. There we go, that's going to work for me. Outside, and we'll finish it up on the inside. This is one of the challenges of doing hot process soap, though, is making a nice decorative top when it's done, because because you have that soap batter that wants to be nice and hard. You don't want to mess with it too much, but I do want something that's going to look nice when we're done. That can give me what I'm going for. Alright. I'm going to give it another pack. It doesn't look like it's quite even. But I do like that pattern. There we go. So there we go. Carrot soap. Summer carrot. It's a bit of citrus and mint. Tomorrow we'll get together and take it out of the mold, see how it cuts. See you then.